Hello and welcome to this week's look at action and stunts on film and television. How are you? I hope you are well. We are in Bond territory once again because this year marks 10 years since the pre-title sequence excitement that was Spectre, Daniel Craig's penultimate outing as 007. 10 years, just between you and me. It's a very long time to be without a Bond movie, isn't it? 10 years, we've had two in 10 years. Roger was Bond for 12 years and had 7. I think we just need to try harder. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. But one of these days, hopefully, we'll be back to the norm again. Watch this space. So, back in 2015, the pre-title sequence was set in Mexico City. It was magnificent, if a little washed with colour, the truth be known. That sort of yellowy colour that they put all over the screen. I can do without it. But the action, which is what we're here to talk about, was magnificent from start to finish. Huge set, really excellent performances by all of those involved. We'll try and get a chance to highlight them as we go through the action, and we will regroup the other side after this. Here we go. So, we take a look at Spectre. Good to see the dots back, I think, at the top of the movie where they belong. Not a bad gun barrel, that. I actually like Quantum of Solace enormously. I know it's at the end of the picture. Anyway, let's have a start with the rooftop collapse. So he's found Sciarra. He's now taking out those involved. Bloody great explosion. Debris all over the place. He looks up and goes, good God, where's the building gone? There's a big hole. And he looks up and realises that it's on the move. I love the expression on his face. Oh my God. And down it comes. Now, as he starts to run away, then we go to Pinewood, and this becomes James Embry, stuntman. They've created a piece of kit to rumble through the middle of the building, slides down, and then at this point here, where he's got to get from that landing to over there, it becomes Kai Martin, just for a moment. He'll crop up later on as well. He's been doubling Daniel for many, many years on the Bonds. Boom, right in there. Also, another nice reaction from Daniel when he gets there. So, what the hell am I holding that for? I'll get rid of it. And chucks it away. Now on to the major part of this, which is the magnificent helicopter fight. Done in a number of ways. And it's the ability to maybe have a spot of, right, that's a real location, that's studio. And the two really come together beautifully. Firstly, we see stuntman Errol Ishmael, who is helping him out, and then gets a backhander from DC. Have that. There you are. Into the chopper, and they start this routine. Now, this is studio stuff, right? Because Kai Martin is now the pilot. We know the pilot, Chuck Aaron, the very famous Red Bull pilot. So he does the location stuff. There's a number of CG options there for that crowd. They weren't that large, but they've put people in there. Then these studio shots will then be coupled with those location shots and the actual chopper. And it looks amazing. Bang! All these punches delivered. It's a great fight. They've worked all of this out to detail because they've had a measured little box that's exactly the same size as the inside of that chopper. So they can work this out. Then they work it out on the ground in the chopper. Then they go up in the chopper and they start moving it about. Now it starts to go outside. And again, these are studio shots. That's a location shot, and the two doubles are Andy Lister, doubling Bond, and Rob Cooper Nash, doubling Sciarra. But again, the way in which these shots are put together, I think it's brilliant. There's something always very exciting about having a fight on the skid of a helicopter. And the two of them going at it. The actors are very good here as well. It's that moment when he says, hello, that's the ring. I'll have that off, thank you. Bang, fires it. And then there's this lovely moment where everything almost comes to a stop. Because it looping for real, you know, doing all of that for real. That's what Chuck Aaron does. He's able to make this helicopter do anything. Another barrel roll. Over it goes. And then you cut to the interior shots. "Get out," he says, and kicks him out. And that's the actor, or the double in this case, falling out. Face replacement. So the face replacement is working really well here. Diving again, and then starting to lift as it comes out of the square, and you start to get the loop to loop. And it'll loop. You know, they do it for real. Chuck Aaron, again, selected because of his ability. But these shots here, he's trying to grab hold of the pilot. He has to stop because he's no longer got the ability to be, and falls forward and then just carries on where he left off. And again, Kai getting in and being beaten about left, right, and centre, and he gets kicked out as well. And now Bond is in charge, finally, of the helicopter. But the sequence itself, all of those elements put together, I think is remarkably exciting. They really, really do the very best with this. And for me, I know a lot of people don't like Spectre, but for me, I reckon this is one of the very best. I absolutely love it. Right, that is how you do a pre-title sequence. I still think to this day that it's one of the very best. I absolutely love it. The whole build-up to the thing, the oneer, that one open shot there at the start, you see where the edit was? Well, that oneer, I think, makes a big difference to the whole thing too. But when you've got doubles that are that good, you know, when you've got people that are that good, I mean, it's really, really exciting to look at what's going on there. Terrific work, great stuff by Olivier Schneider, working out those arrangements. Terrific stuff by Gary. Chuck Aaron, I mean, you know, is there anybody better that can fly a helicopter like that? I mean, it's just remarkable stuff. And the combination of the studio stuff as well, because you've got to put those shots in afterwards. Those boys are up there with face replacement on, you know. So they've got the dots. It's the actors' faces on it, but I think it really looks genuine. I know there was a lot of shouts about Skyfall and how possibly that didn't work as well. I thought it worked very well, but the face replacement here I think is absolutely spot on, and so that's what we're going to focus on, I think, and really terrific stuff. Great routine up there, just brilliant. I love it to death. There are a few more anniversaries this year. Thunderball is 60 years old. A View to a Kill is 40 years old. Yes, I do feel old when I realise that that's 40 years old. You feel even older when you realise that GoldenEye is 30 years old as well. So there'll be lots of celebrations going about. If you're a Bond fan, if you're not a Bond fan, then you won't be celebrating. But I think there's, seeing as there isn't a new movie to whet our appetites on, we really want to go and do the very best we can at throwing a bit of love in the direction of these 4 pictures. I hope you've enjoyed that. I will be back next week with more of the same. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do so. Go on, it's not the end of the world. Many have done so, you know, it's all great. And you can email me, you can contact me through the show, through the YouTube contacts there. Hit the little bell for notifications. Check out the podcast every Wednesday. Don't forget, it's wherever you find your podcast, although there is a link tree in the notes. So you can simply click on that and go to all of the social medias and all of the other bits and pieces that I've got going on. So until next time, it is bye for now.